Welcome to your Get Rid of Tight Hips stretching routine. Doing this video on a consistent basis will help you prevent injury, improve performance, alleviate lower back pain, and just feel amazing in life. As always, you'll want to check with your doctor or physical therapist before starting this or any exercise program. Honor your body, move mindfully, and stop if you feel any pain. Oh, and if you're new to my YouTube channel, hello, welcome. My name is arolineJordan, and I'm a certified health and fitness coach that teaches people how to use movement as medicine. On my channel, you'll find a variety of video content to help you stay fit and stay positive no matter what challenges you face. So if you haven't done so already, please hit that big red subscribe button and the little notification bell so we stay connected when I upload feel-good fitness content that's just for you. This hip stretching routine is a combination of some of my favorite stretches to alleviate tight, tense, cranky hips so that you can feel amazing in life. When you're ready to get started, all you need is a mat and a positive attitude. Meet me in a seated position. So we're going to start with a butterfly stretch so that you can assess the flexibility of your hips. So bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart. You can keep the heels close to the groin or further out, whatever feels best. Lift up and hold. I want you to notice how far your knees are from the floor and or how much tightness or tension you feel on the outsides of the hips. We'll do this stretch again at the very end of the sequence, and you can see if you've made a difference. Breathe in and breathe out. Good job. Next up, you're going to take a 90-90 stretch. So you'll bring one foot in front so that the hip is in line with the knee and the knee is in line with the ankle. Flex the foot. Do the same with the back leg. So the hip is in line with the knee and the knee is in line with the ankle. 90-90. Hold in the seated position or take your chest and hinge forward at the hips, bringing your heart towards the floor. Breathe, inhale, and breathe out, exhale. Good job. Beautiful. From here, lift the heart, return to center, and let's switch sides. So we'll try 90-90 second side. So setting yourself up so that the knee is in line with the hip and the knee is in line with the ankle, so 90 degrees. And then same thing, back leg, hip, knee, knee, ankle. Lift up, stay here, or fold forward, bringing the chest towards the floor. Good. You can play with all sorts of angles in this position, but remember, this routine is just about opening up the hips, helping you feel better in your life so that you can perform better in your life. Good. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful job. From here, we're going to come to a seated position, and you're going to try and cross one knee over the other knee so that you stack your knees. Now, if this is not possible for you today because your hips are really tight, you can either cross leg on front of your mat, just stack your feet in front so you're sitting up nice and tall, or walk the feet out a little bit wider. So work with your body, see where it's at. I'm lucky that I have the ability to cross my knees on top. I'm going to sit up really tall on the mat and just feel a release in the outer thighs and hips. I love this stretch. It's such a good release. Lift up, and if it's available to you, you can hinge forward at the waist, bringing the heart towards the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Good job. Let's try the stretch on the second side. So you're going to uncross the legs. Now, again, if it's not an option for you to stack the knees on top of each other, you're just going to bring the shins parallel on your mat. And your knees might be way up towards the ceiling. It's okay, work with what you've got. So I'll show you this variation. So you lift up and you either stay in the seated position, just feeling a release on the outer hips, or you lean forward, bringing your straight spine down towards the floor. Good. Breathe, inhale. And breathe out, exhale. Nice job. From here, return to center and lay on down on your mat. So the next stretch is actually a quad and hip flexor stretch, and I like to do it against the mat because you can't really cheat, which is awesome. So you're going to lay on down, you'll bring one heel towards the bottom, and you're going to reach back and grab for that heel. Now, if it's not available for you to hold the foot, you can use a yoga strap or a belt, loop the belt around the foot and guide it in this way. But you want to let your head rest on your hands, press your thigh against the mat so you're feeling a stretch in your quads and your hip flexors. This is such a great stretch because our quads and hip flexors get so tight with all the sitting that we do. So using the mat or the floor for support to help guide us in a great quad release can help improve everything in our body. Breathe, inhale, and out, exhale. Good. Gently release that foot. Let's try side two. So guide the heel in towards the bottom, reach back and grab it with the hand. And again, you can use a yoga strap or a belt or a towel to loop the foot if it's not available for you to hold it. You'll breathe, inhale, and out, exhale. Beautiful job. Release that foot carefully. Take your hands underneath your chest and press up into a tabletop position. Let's continue to stretch the hip flexors. So step one foot in between the hands. Walk the back knee back on the mat. From here, bring your hands up to the front knee and lift your chest and torso upright. You're going to pull your abs in nice and tight and squeeze the back butt cheek to feel a deep release in the hip flexor of the back thigh. Hold it here as you breathe deeply. So inhale and exhale. Good job. I love the hip flexor stretch. Bring the hands back to center and let's step back to tabletop position as we switch sides. So other foot forward, scooch the back knee back on the mat, untuck the toes, bring the hands to the front knee and lift up in the torso. I want you to pull the abs in nice and tight, engage the back glute muscles to feel a deep release in the front of the thigh. Breathe, inhale, and long breath out, exhale. Good job. Take your hands forward on the floor, come back to all fours position, and then find your way to seated on your mat. Extend your legs straight out in front of you, flex the feet, and you'll bring one knee in towards the chest, cross the foot over the straight leg, lift up tall through the chest, and twist, bringing the knee in towards your heart. I want you to keep both hip bones grounded on the floor and feel a great stretch on the outer thigh and hip, maybe even also into the low back. Lift up as tall as you can. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Good job. From here, return to center, and you're going to take this bottom leg that's straight and bend it on the floor so you come into what we call a seated figure four. Make sure you flex this top foot and play with any range of motion that's right for you. So you might need to come out a little bit further if your hips are really tight, but see how it feels. Sit up nice and tall, heart open, hip stretch happening. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Good job. Okay, extend the legs straight, uncross, and let's try side two. So you'll bend the knee, cross the foot over the straight leg, lift up tall through the heart, and twist so that you bring the knee in towards the chest. Place that back hand on the mat behind you And see if you can look over the back shoulder. Keep both hip bones grounded on the mat and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Good job. Return to center, and now we'll go into that seated figure four. So you're going to glide the bottom leg in so that you come into the seated figure four position. Flex the top foot, open up the heart, and notice how you feel. Good. I know sometimes it's hard to make time for you, for your self-care, for your stretches, but it's so important. Because if you don't feel good, you can't live good. Your health is the foundation of your success. So taking time to take care of yourself helps with everything else, I promise. I'm proud of you for being here and taking time for your hips. Good. Slowly uncross, extend, and I want you to lay on down into the mat for a few more hip stretches. So we'll lay down. You're going to bring one knee in towards your chest, grab hold of the knee, and guide it in towards the heart as much as comfortable. Hold this position as you breathe. Good. From here, let's take this top leg, and we're just going to twist it, coming into a reclining twist here. Open the opposite arm out on the floor and let your knee fall down towards the ground as you stretch through the low back, the hips, and the thigh. Try to relax here. Don't hold on to anything. Let it all go. Good. Bring it back to center. Extend this leg straight, and let's try side two. So bring the knee in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around yourself and guide the knee in towards your heart. Good. This is also a great lower back stretch because did you know that tight hips can actually cause lower back pain? So it's so important to take care of your hips because it affects your whole body when they're tight. Good. From here, let's come into that twist. So take the leg, cross the body, open up through the heart and the chest, and stretch. Breathe, inhale, and breathe out, exhale. Good. Return to center, and let's try a happy baby stretch together. So there's a couple of ways we can do it. So you can bring both legs in and grab hold of your knees and guide your knees outwards to feel a release in the groin. So this might be enough for you. Try this first. If this is still a little bit like you want a little extra, you're going to flex the feet towards the ceiling and grab either the calves, the shins, or the feet. So a happy baby. What you don't want to do though is have the hips lift all the way up off the floor. So keep your sit bones grounded as you bring your knees in towards your armpits and open up through the groin. This is a deep stretch. So if this is a little too much, then I want you to revert down to the calves or the shins or go back to holding onto the kneecaps. So listen to your body, see what feels right for you, and modify as needed. Wherever you are, breathe. Inhale and exhale. Good. From here, bend the knees in, and you're just going to take the knees and just circle them around. So you're grabbing hold of the knees and circling them one way. Oh, this feels so good. And then switch. Let's circle the other way. So just kind of mobilizing the hip in the hip joint. Let's try this one more time. So circle one direction. Lower back stays flat on the mat. And then circle the other direction. This feels great. We should do this all the time on the channel. All right, and relax. From here, let your knees fall to one side, come up to a seated position, and let's see if your hips have changed at all from the stretching that we've done. So bring your feet into butterfly. try to find the same position that we did when we started. Lift up nice and tall, and I want you to notice, do your hips feel more open? Do they feel less cranky? Do you have more range of motion? How do you feel? Hopefully, you feel a positive benefit from the time that we've spent together. And I'm dying to know how you feel. So what I'd love for you to do is leave me a comment below and let me know how you and your hips feel after doing these hip stretches together. And if you know someone who could benefit from this video, please share this hip stretching routine with them so that they can feel better in their hips and in their life too. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more feel-good fitness. I can't thank you enough for joining me for this hip stretch routine, and I'll see you again soon at carolinejordanfitness.com.